grinding different kicks. Tell them they time is ticking. But we time a fish. Bet not leave a minute, stop it. Something like the goat off in that pocket. Whole squizzy riding with me, who gon' stop it? My day ones, yeah, the dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. It's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this.
This building holds just north of 80,000, and they have come out in very good numbers today at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Minnesota Vikings and the Washington Commanders. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Play fake. Cousins. This to C.J. Ham, the fullback. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Cousins going to bat it forward here on the jet sweep. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down, a nice, consistent gain.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Cousins gives way to Cook. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Buying time to his left, and he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. Cousins to throw it. Leaping, and he makes the grab. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Well, whatever script they put together for this offensive drive, Charles, seems to be working. Curious to see if this defense will make any adjustments here.
Things certainly going according to plan, aren't they? I mean, the way they're advancing the football, it's like they're on the practice field having one of their better days. But instead, it's game day, and they're moving the ball downfield with purpose. You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Meanwhile, Cousins' throw complete to his receiver, Thielen. A first down for Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what their opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it? It
really does. And in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on that opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little.
That they are. And you know what else is happening now? They're gaining information. They're gaining knowledge about how the defense is planning on playing them. So not only are they being successful on this drive, they're filing things away for future drives in this game.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins. Throw caught there by Osborne. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
They'll run with Cook. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Again, it's Cook. And not a whole lot there as they'll get him down at about the 2. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
This opening drive has taken him to the 2, but now they come up on a 3rd and goal. They'll look to run with Nwangu, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kene Nwangu, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Joseph connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. First and 10 here for Hal and the Commanders at their own 25-yard line. Little bootleg here. Howell on the move to his left. He's got a man complete. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Commanders are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Boy, just zero hesitation from the rookie passer there, partner. He is coming out firing in this opening quarter.
And all the talk leading into this game was that pass rush, talking about challenging this guy, getting into his grill, getting into his space. And how about him? Might be his first year in the NFL, but I don't see any fear in him at all. How about that big-time throw right out of the gate?
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now, look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you always hear some say, well, they needed that. I don't know, Charles. Is that a narrative that you buy into?
Well, I haven't met a coach yet that feels like they needed that loss. You know, that's not something that they're in favor of. But I do know this. People like us, our colleagues, all of us in the media, constantly hammering a team that's undefeated. Hey, do you think you can do it the whole season? Can you carry it the whole way? That does wear down a group, and sometimes that loss, get us off your back, you can move forward from there.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
From just shy of midfield, Cousins. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Cousins. It's complete to Cook. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 23. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
Cousins now on 2nd down. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
On first down, they'll run with Nwangu. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Throwing, Cousins. This is caught. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook from 8 yards out. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Joseph on for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Here's Trenton Cannon on the return from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
On 2nd and 11 now. Powell. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there. Tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Powell throwing on 3rd down here. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way. Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown, but incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. In motion goes the tight end. On third down, Cousins. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And he is stopped just short on third down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10. So on fourth down, Ryan Wright on to punt for Minnesota. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
Now a give running right. It's Cook. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. On play action, Cousins. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Cannon now elects to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
The scoreboard tells the story for them, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Straight ahead, Gibson.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Here's Howell. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Lewis Seen.
And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
Following the interception, Cousins. And he wisely will throw that one away.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Cousins.
We're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted.
Picked up by Fabian Moreau. Past the 20.
And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown.
You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead? Not so fast. That pick six really changes the complexion. Probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now. Probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes
And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Justin Jefferson.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Vikings go up by 2 touchdowns.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Cannon now elects to bring this out. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled it to 20. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
First down, Howell to throw.
This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 17 yards that time and a Washington first.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Howell's throw into the hands of McLaurin. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to them, and it's paying off.
It's Howell with another throw. Dotson has it. Touchdown, Commanders. A great play there. 26 yards. And the Commanders get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. After the made field goal, here's Sly to kick this one away. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Throwing is Cousins. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cook. And he goes out right around the 39. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. A first down throw for Cousins. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
From the 40 now on second down. Cousins over the middle, complete. That's Cook. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 43. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. Joseph's got it. Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. Cannon now elects to bring this out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
They're set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game, and to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
On 2nd and 9, Howell. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Back to throw, Howell. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And a 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has, percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. To throw, Cousins. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th.
And here's Ryan Wright now,
as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is brought in at the 21. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Now Howell.
And he finds McLaurin. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 37. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Now throwing on first down here. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. So wind up. Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. So that challenge not successful there, and that's going to cost him the first of his timeouts. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Powell. Over the middle, brought in by Dotson. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you're throwing so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. A pickup of 5 that time and a first down.
Powell to the air on 1st and 10.
And that is incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
On 2nd and 10, Powell. That one caught by Gibson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
They'll run with Gibson.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
Antonio Gibson with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
2nd down, they go right back to Cook.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
67 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. And this one complete to Smith. short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll make it second down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Play action now. Cousins. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one good for 37 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Yeah, able to elude one tackler, but only gets this back to the line of scrimmage. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Were you as surprised as I was that they actually ran it on second down there? I thought that they would go ahead and throw it in every situation here.
They've thrown for 3 touchdown passes. Now here, I think they probably go back to the air.
Yeah, I think so, but ordinarily, second down is when you run your play fake, your play action, show run, and throw the ball. Now they brought up third down, they'll have to throw it anyway.
And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. T.J. Hawkinson. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Vikings get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Joseph connects on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Cannon now elects to bring this out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. Oh, and the throw led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A give up the middle to Gibson. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. Washington on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Howell down to throw it. Oh, what a play by Dotson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Excellent play there on third down. Give them 25 yards. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. This to McLaurin out on the left side. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Howell. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Danielle Hunter able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Fourth down, Howell, desperation time.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out.
And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook.
Down inside the 40.
Defensively, no doubt they need a quick stop. Offensively here, maybe do you put it in the air on 2nd down, or do you go ahead and keep it on the ground, keep that clock moving?
A lot of people would ask that question, partner, because sometimes throwing the ball might actually be the path of least resistance. But in this case, it's a matter of trust. How much do you trust your quarterback? Because you throw the ball and it goes awry, you really don't look smart as a coach.
Yeah, and then you stop that clock.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Off the play fake, Cousins. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Cook. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
99 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. They run it again with Cook. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. And we'll see if the defense wants to stop it as they take the knee. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Victory formation time for the Vikings as they'll take a knee here. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Cousins just going to take this one down to a knee and end it. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time